So I'm going to show you another leftovers option that's really great. You like mac and cheese? Just take a box of mac and cheese. You boil the mac and cheese, read the container, take your dry powder, mix it with the milk, and you're going to cook that until it incorporates. So I'm going to put it back on the stove for just a second. Okay, so your mac and cheese is cooked up, the moisture is absorbed. This is going to taste like, well, mac and cheese, but you're going to make it more interesting. Let's put some shaved, I'm going to put a lot, like, look at that, I like 3 ounces. So it's going to be super cheesy, and you're just going to fold that in. I hate to tell you guys, but there's no cheese in mac and cheese. That's why I'm putting cheese in it. There's cheese flavor. I don't know if I'd quite call that cheese, but you can see this. Oh my gosh, see now see how you get the stringiness of the cheese pulling. So you want to look for that. You want to put enough cheese in, and I did pepper jack, so it's going to be spicy and flavorful. And yum! Oh my God, that's looking so good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, if there's one of you, let's just do half of it into your pan, into your bowl to eat tonight, and we'll put this for leftovers. Again, leftovers and leftovers. So if there's 2 of you, then maybe that works perfectly. But yum, that looks good. Now, how are we going to make this into a full dish, right? That's just a bunch of starch. Well, I will show you. We're going to take our leftovers. We'd already cooked our broccoli. We have some onions we cut up. We have our chicken. I took a fresh tomato. We had made bell peppers the other day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly saute this up, put the meat, and now we're going to have a complete mac and cheese meal. We want to get our pan hot, put some avocado oil in it, put our onions in it, and let's saute a little onion. You could also use the caramelized onions instead. Up to you. Both are great options. And then we had the bell peppers from yesterday, so I'm going to put the bell peppers in. And I'm just going to cook this lightly till I get a little browning on it. Now, with broccoli, do not saute raw broccoli. It's going to taste like you know what. This is pre-cooked, but we could use any of our pre-cooked vegetables, whatever you have left over. That's the whole idea of leftover mac and cheese, is we're using leftovers. We're using a few fresh ingredients with the onions and the bell peppers. I'm going to let that saute for a moment. So now that this is browned up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to put some butter in there. I like butter with this more because we're using cheese. Olive oil and cheese is okay, but really a dish like this, butter's king. So I'm going to add a little more butter, and then I'm going to add a little bit of broccoli. Now again, you could use the green beans you have, whatever's left over. And we're going to saute that, and I'm just going to use a little bit of broth. Why am I going to use broth? It's just going to help heat up that broccoli, because that broccoli on its own is going to be a little harder. It's going to give it a nice umami flavor. And I'm going to let that reduce a little bit. And the water actually helps cook and break down those vegetables. And then you're going to listen. And when you hear it crackle and pop, that means the moisture's evaporated and the heat is going up. And now there's oil in the bottom of the pan, not water. So you can see that steam come off. It's just going to take a minute. Make everything nice and hot. Okay, so now we have the nice sauteed vegetables. I'm going to take some fresh tomatoes at the end. You want to go from the hardest, like the onions, and then the peppers. They're hard. These are really soft. So you're going to add them right at the end, or you're going to end up with mush. So we had the leftover chicken. So we're going to get a cutting board, a little board. I love these boards because it keeps it sanitary and it makes it really easy. So again, we just slice this on the bias. Keep your fingers out of the way. I always keep my fingers curled back. So we're just going to take a few slices of this. So we have that nice wave. And actually, you know what? Looking at this, it's going to be a little bit easier to eat. You can sit down in front of the TV, and we're just going to sprinkle the chicken on top. And how else might you finish this? Well, we can finish it with pepper. We can throw a little bit of our cheese on top, right? We could throw some cilantro. We could throw different herbs on top. It's kind of endless what you can add here. We could do a little hot sauce. I'm going to put a little sriracha, add a little color and beauty to that. And boom, there we have mac and cheese leftovers.